Well, let's get into week 1 evaluation of my 90-day YouTube channel. My name is Andrea Nordling. If we haven't met yet, I'm the founder of the Profitable Nutritionist, and I have committed to publishing 3 videos per week for the next 90 days on this very YouTube channel, and I am documenting the entire process along the way. The good, the bad, the definitely imperfect, and everything that I'm learning along the way. So before I jump into this evaluation, which is my first of several evaluations of how the process is going during this challenge, I am going to give you some context. So around May 16th, we had 697 subscribers to this channel, mostly from random old videos. I honestly think that this channel has been around since maybe like 2016, 2017. It's been a while, but never with any consistent content posted to it. There were some random videos that I've been very inconsistent on, most of them outdated and not even relevant. So some of the subscribers, I actually would venture to say most of the subscribers that are on this channel probably aren't my ideal audience anymore anyway, but for the sake of having some data, we had 697 subscribers on May 16th. Now today, as I'm recording this on May 30th, we have 716 subscribers, and I am now recording my 7th new video this week, which I'm going to tell you all about how this has gone. So the challenge has 3 phases. Phase 1 was getting the channel kind of revived and hiding old videos that weren't relevant anymore and getting the relevant videos up and figuring out what the heck we even had going on this channel. That was phase 1, along with publishing 37 Ask Me Anything videos that have never been published on YouTube before. So these are videos that I had recorded in the last year and a half or so. Every single month I would record 4 or 5 Ask Me Anything videos that were questions people were submitting on my email list. So these are email subscribers that are saying, hey, I have a question about X. And then I would do a few videos a month answering some of those questions. So those were the Ask Me Anything videos. And we had never published them on YouTube, but they were sitting there. I mean, we had them. So my team and I talked about this, and we had the idea, let's publish those Ask Me Anything videos, because that's going to help us kind of optimize the back end process of publishing YouTube videos. We have 37 videos that we may as well get out there in the world. Why not? And as we do that, we can figure out, how do we title the videos? Who's actually pushing publish? Who's scheduling them? Where are thumbnails coming from? All of the things that go into publishing YouTube videos. So I have found out we were kind of testing on the Ask Me Anything videos. So phase 1 is just getting the channel cleaned up and getting that backlog of the Ask Me Anything videos published. It's phase 1. That's what we're in now, but all of those are published or are scheduled. And so now we're kind of in phase 2, which is recording new video content and being okay with it being very imperfect along the way. I'll talk more about that in a second. And then phase 3, after the 90 days, is hopefully having a well-established system for consistent publishing in the future. But this 90-day challenge is a container where I am challenging myself to be consistent with 3 totally imperfect videos a week, because I have found myself being very perfectionistic about wanting to record these videos in a certain way and have them edited to the nines and everything that goes along with that. And I'm just making myself get over it and publish these videos. So let's talk about how that has gone in week 1. How did it go? I'm going to break this down into the 3 parts that I think are most important in any evaluation to talk about, which is what is going well, what went well, what didn't go well, and then what I'm going to do moving forward. Very simple evaluation format. Feel free to use it for yourself. Works pretty well. So what went well? Well, we have to talk about the good first, because of course our brains want to go to all of the things that didn't go well, but let's celebrate a little bit. I have successfully recorded 7 new videos now. The goal was 6. And so I should actually say the time frame that I am talking about is May 16th to May 30th. So this first evaluation isn't actually for the first week, the first 7 days. It's, let's call it 2 weeks, okay, of getting videos out there. And we actually had some testimonial videos that we also published on the channel when we were cleaning up and starting to add the Ask Me Anything videos. So there have been some videos added, I think 5 testimonial videos plus the 37 Ask Me Anythings. And then as those have gotten scheduled and are now scheduled to drip out, I've started recording the new videos. So those are the 7 new videos I've recorded, which are not live on the channel yet as you are seeing this, but they are recorded and they are passed off to editing and somewhere down the process, which I'll talk more about in a second. But these are videos that I had to make very imperfectly in my not so professional setup with my not great camera and probably not that great sound. And I, for some reason, cannot figure out why the eye contact as I'm staring straight into the camera still looks like I'm not looking straight into the camera, and it's really bothering me. But even though it's bothering me, I'm recording the videos and I'm getting them out there. So this is what's going well. Successfully recorded the new videos, got them out. Okay. They're in the production chain somewhere and they're going to get onto the channel eventually. Okay. So that feels like a huge win. Let's celebrate it. These videos are not hard to make. They're just hard to get over my resistance to making be quality work. It's just, it is the way that it is. And I know that that will probably resonate with those of you watching this. So I just mention it over and over and over again that we have to do things imperfectly, especially in the beginning. And right now for me, consistently recording YouTube videos is the beginning. This is new for me, and I know that it's going to be imperfect, and I know I have to be okay with that. And only by going through this imperfect stage will it get a little bit more perfected in the future, and will it be better quality in the future. But first, we have to start in this stage, and that's just the way that it is. So anyway, that is what's going well. The videos are getting recorded and they are getting edited, and the process is happening behind the scenes here at Team TPN, which is also cool because in the midst of this I'll get to that. Never mind. We'll get to that in the what didn't go well story. So first, to keep going in what went well, the numbers are telling a little bit of a story here. We are up on total views. So we have 971 total views in the last 28 days, which is 301 more than usual. Again, this channel had a few videos on it, so there was a little bit of traffic coming in here, but nothing substantial. And so I would definitely expect that we would be trending up from the baseline of basically nothing. But just to have the numbers, 971 total views in the last 28 days. We have 102.7 hours of watch time, which is 32 hours more than normal. And we're plus 28 new subscribers, which is a lot more than we would normally get on a pretty much dead channel. So pretty dramatic uptick in all of those stats starting here in the last half of May when we started publishing the content with the Ask Me Anything videos, and they've been consistently publishing and dripping out. So this is proving that the YouTube algorithm is pretty good at showing those videos to the right people, even though the Ask Me Anything videos were not made for YouTube. They were not made to be reach videos that go find a bunch of new audience. They were just videos that we had. So even the fact that any new subscribers are coming is kind of wild to me. Like I'm pretty excited about that. Another thing that went well is my strategy for batching the video recording has worked pretty well. I've recorded multiple videos in single days a few times now. That is a lot more efficient for me than spreading out throughout the week and trying to do one video every single day. I just don't wash my hair that much, let's be honest. So when I'm already going to be camera ready because I have coaching calls or I have client calls or I have some other meetings, those are days when I'm recording videos and batching them together. And that is working fantastically on the recording end. I'll tell you a little bit about the prep end of that. That hasn't been so perfect, but we'll get to that in a second. Let's see, what else is going well? I think just in general, like embracing the imperfection. I'll probably be a broken record about that, but it's just single takes here. I'm not doing multiple takes of everything. I'm not re-recording the videos when I have a minor mistake. This is not overly edited. It's just imperfect as it needs to be for now, because we'll get better at that. We'll get better at the recording and the production and everything behind the scenes. But right now, these videos just have to get out to you. And that is the challenge, is to just get them out. But what's cool is that we're already seeing that the results in the metrics in the YouTube analytics is showing that perfection isn't required to get some results. So it is pretty gratifying to see that the imperfect version of everything still gets more results and still gets better output than trying to perfect, which is something I teach my clients as well. All right. Another thing going well is having multiple people helping with the YouTube production. So I know that a lot of people watching this video do not have a team and would not have this capability and would be doing a lot of it yourself. But for that reason, I do caution against taking on YouTube as a project for marketing in your business, because it is kind of complex and there's a learning curve that is required to get videos up and running and get them edited and all of those things, even with the imperfect version. So I am happy to say that I do have help with that. And so behind the scenes here, we have someone on the team that is researching topics for what the videos should be about. Now, these first videos I've been doing have been kind of foundational videos about who I am, like how did I end up here? Why would anybody ever listen to anything I have to say anyway? Kind of some basics on the stuff that someone would want to know if they're new to, or if they've just found me and are new to the channel. But in upcoming videos, we have a lot more kind of reach videos, which are going to be on topics that are likely to get more more discoverability on YouTube, I guess, from people that don't already know about the Profitable Nutritionist, don't know about me. And so figuring out what those video topics should be is something that someone on my team has been in charge of. So he's been researching topics that have trended well on YouTube in kind of in our niche, or questions that people have asked that have been answered on videos that did really well. He also is using questions that our community asks on coaching calls and inside our private community and our programs. All of these resources that we have for where people are asking questions and giving really good content ideas, he's collecting it all together and formulating a plan for what the video strategy is of what I actually need to record and what I need to talk about. So that's really helpful, because that frees up a lot of my time to not have to be the one ideating on all of this and to have some support on it, which is fantastic. We also have this organized in a really nice database inside our project management system. So that is great. It just helps me to stay more organized, and it helps me not to feel like this is so overwhelming when I already have a bank of ideas to talk about. And then I know what's being recorded and when, and it makes it a lot more streamlined for me to start outlining and actually recording the videos. So that is another what's going well. Having help is so great. And also, we don't really know what the heck we're doing because we're brand new at this, so we're all learning together. Kind of fun too. Okay, what didn't go well? We've celebrated a little bit on things that have gone well, and I am proud to be here saying that we've been recording videos and they're coming out and they're getting done, but that doesn't mean it's totally smooth in the back end. Some things that haven't gone well involve thumbnails, and they kind of involve thumbnails and yours truly, because I keep forgetting to take photos before I record the video to make it to a thumbnail for the video. Like, as in I've forgotten every single time so far. So 7 times, which is a problem. And thumbnails are pretty important on YouTube videos, because if the thumbnail isn't engaging or isn't representative of something somebody wants to click on, they'll never click on the video. No one will ever watch the video. And all of your time recording the video is for naught, because if people don't click to the video, why did we even make the video? And so thumbnails are important, and I keep forgetting to take photos for the thumbnail. So big fail for me. Also, having somebody to design the thumbnail for each video is no small feat. It actually is a small feat. It's just having a contractor that is in charge of being a thumbnail designer for all of the videos, but it adds complexity to the production process to have to be waiting on the thumbnail before things can get published, because actually the video editing goes very quickly. Our video editor is, shout out to Jeffrey. He's very, very, very fast on the turnaround on the video editing. And so we're really waiting on the back end for the thumbnail to get created and all of that to publish. I can see in the future how we will make this process a lot smoother and go a lot faster, and then that won't be an issue. But for right now, I'm noticing that that's a little bit of a bottleneck, which isn't a huge surprise, because our Director of Operations, Raven, also shout out to Raven, who is the one that keeps everything moving forward and organized and efficient, just had a baby this week. And so she's not in the mix, and I'm figuring this out myself. And I told her, do not even look in ClickUp. ClickUp's the project management software we use. I said, don't even look in ClickUp. You are forbidden from looking. Go be a mom, and you can clean up my huge mess when you get when you get done with maternity leave. But right now is not the time, because I am making an absolute rat's nest out of the systems that we have, and that's okay. She'll come and fix it later and make it better. And I'm sure that the thumbnail creation and process, like the whole process there, will be better when she comes to fix it. But right now, this is what we're doing. It just is what it is. We're making the best of it. So that's another thing, I guess, that's going well and not going well at the same time, is we're a little less organized than we will be in the future, but also we're making it happen, right? I already said that my eye contact issues are really bothering me, and maybe it's not as huge of an issue as I think it is, but it really bothers me when I look at the playback of these videos and I'm not looking right at the camera, but I am looking right at the camera. So I'm like, I don't know what the deal is with that, and I don't know how to fix it. I do have a teleprompter, and I do have a different, fancier camera that should be a little bit better for these videos. And honestly, I just have not figured out how to get all of that working together well. And so I had to scrap it and just use my regular webcam, which is what I'm doing right now. And I'm looking at the webcam and it looks like I'm not, and we're just going to pretend that that's not the case for right now until I can get the rest of the stuff hooked up and working and be a professional YouTuber, I guess. But for right now, I'm going to be an unprofessional one, and the eye contact is going to be a little bit weird, and I'll just have to deal with it. So lastly, knowing all of those things I guess one more thing that isn't working well that I'm going to talk about in what I'm going to do differently. One more thing is my time management on outlining these videos. I have found myself really rushing the outlining process this week. Last week, I felt like I was really prepared for that and I had spaced it out really well. But this week, I had a bunch of other stuff on my calendar, just business-wise. This was a really busy week because it was Memorial Week, so we had a day off. Anyway, I found myself really rushing the outline process more, and that made for not very fun recording, and I feel like not as great of videos, to be honest. So that is something I will be changing moving forward, is giving myself more time for the outlining task. I don't find it hard to outline the videos and what I want to say and how I want to say it. I just don't want to be rushed about it. So it's not like it's hard. I just need a little bit of time, and I need to be able to fit that in with the rest of my workload. So that brings me to this third part of this evaluation, which is what am I going to do differently? And here's some of my immediate fixes. I have to remember to take these thumbnail photos before recording. So I've created a checklist for that to remember to do that. So that's part of the process in our project management is I now have checklist item, take the thumbnail photo. So hopefully I will stop forgetting to do that. I also have now adjusted my calendaring and where I'm spending my time so that I have more time for the outline creation earlier in the week. And then I'm recording a little bit later in the week. So that seems to be working well. I'll report back on how that batching is going. But for right now, I think that is my best bet for making that process a little bit easier on myself. And then as far as improving the process with these videos as we go, honestly, I don't know how much the process will improve internally until Raven is done with maternity leave and comes to fix it. But I will try to stay on top of things a little bit more and make that process a little bit smoother, especially with the thumbnail contractor creation. So just a few little things there, I guess, in just the little behind the scenes things I could see where could be improved a little bit, and we're doing some of those things. But all in all, it's just do more next week. Do another 3 videos next week. Don't be too caught in perfectionism. Make it better incrementally and not expect to just be a professional YouTuber on week 1. I guess that's the most important thing. And I think that applies to all of our businesses and probably all of our lives in general. Is just be a beginner when you're a beginner and be okay with that. Because the only way to get out of the beginner stage is to move through it so that you're not in the beginner stage anymore. All right. That is, that's what we're looking at. I guess keep tracking the metrics. I'll keep reporting back on how the process is going, how I'm feeling about it, and we'll keep evaluating what the metrics look like. I think it's kind of fun. I always like videos like this where I can see actual numbers, what is happening on other people's channels or in other people's businesses. I like to see those. So I will keep you up to speed on that. As long as subscriber count is going up and the channel watch time, the total hours of watch time is going up, I'm a super happy camper with both of those things. I feel like right now that's the best case scenario. Of course, we definitely are going to be measuring how many email subscribers come from this channel and how many new clients and how much money comes from the channel. That's ultimately what I want to be tracking here. But right now we don't really have the mechanisms for tracking that set up anyway. So very imperfectly here in the 90-day challenge, I just want to see subscriber count going up and channel watch time going up. And I want to not be driving myself crazy with perfectionism in the process. So I'll keep reporting back on that as we go week through week. And hopefully I'm going to be giving you good news every single week along the way. If you're going to follow along with this 90-day journey, make sure that you subscribe to this channel. I mean, obviously, it would help add to the subscriber count so that I have better metrics to report week by week. But no, seriously, then you will see these videos, and I'll keep reporting back on what's working and what isn't so that you can use that for data in your business as well. If you are a wellness practitioner who wants to build a profitable business without getting lost in the perfectionism in all of this, of course, I would also love to support you in the TPN program. So the link to that is in the description below as well.